Hey guys, and welcome to another Golfies Gaming video. Today's video is going to be about skill mats and how to acquire them, and skill levels and how you should level them. These are all my personal opinions, so let's get right to it. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do, we're going to go to story, and then in story you're going to click region info. When you click region info, I know most people don't probably click this section. You can actually access the story right here. But the most important part is once you click 13, once you get to chapter 13, you can actually start farming light and dark gems, or these are known as miraculous stones. But I'll just call them gems because to me they look like gems, right? So this is how you get light and dark skill mats. This is how you get, earth mats, ice mats, and then fire mats, right? And then stage 14 is the same thing. Once you get to 23 and 24, you can get these screws, or they're formerly known as necromantic stones, right? It's the same thing, and the way it works is that even numbers will get the screws, and odd numbers will get the gems. All right. So the biggest thing that you want to do when you're farming stages is that, let's say you want gems, right? You want to be on the highest stage possible so that you can get the most amount of resources. I don't know if the chances are increasing, but you want to be on the highest stage possible when farming these mats. Ideally you have it 3-star, but I know it doesn't really matter. I need a 3-star myself, right? So here, this is an even stage. So we can see here on this even stage, it's actually dropping like the higher end screws, right? I believe this is the only stage where you can get they're like superior screws, or superior necromantic stones, and they start dropping around, I think, above like 15 and 16. So yeah, they in 14 they don't drop, right? So once you get above 15, the miraculous stuff starts dropping. The miraculous stuff, mainly for I'm mainly concerned about light and dark skill mats, because light and dark skill mats are like, they're like, most people are using light and dark units. Fire and earth, they can be acquired like, right from the get-go, from like chapter 1, but honestly you shouldn't be farming these stages. And farming skill mats is more of like a mid-game thing, I would say. It's not something you do in the early game, right? This is for like min-maxing and making sure you can advent boss. So that's how you can farm skill mats, and this is also how you can check out story. Alright, thanks for checking this part out. Alright, so really quick, let's talk about why you would even want to level up, like, a skill level. If I go to Great Warrior Sora, the reason why I like using her is for her S2 spoon murder, right? I don't know if you can say that, but spoon murder, once you level it up, it grants, like, at level 1 it doesn't do anything, like it increases the attack, right? But at level 3, this is the most important part, it increases the stun chance, right? And then at level 5 it goes up to 60%, right? And obviously you need a lot of screws and whatever, so you can't get it by normal means. So I'm gonna show us like how to get screws in order to level up her skills. Alright, so let's get to that part. So we want dark screws, right? So we're gonna click region info. I'm on chapter 20 because that's the highest stage that we can be on, and this is normal, right? I want to do normal because I don't want to use my hard mode runs just yet. So we're gonna go to 20-15 because it's the highest stage that we can go to that actually drops the dark screws. I know we were already there, but just for the sake of it, right? Make sure to claim those chests. You can only get 3 max per day. Oh, I should claim this too. Alright, let's go to 20-15. You do have to 3-star to unlock this auto repeat functionality, and now we're just going to auto repeat, and we're going to auto repeat, let's go 10 times, right? Let's do the full 19 runs, just to see like how many materials that we get. Obviously once you can auto repeat, the AI will cast all the skills, right? I might speed this section up just for the sake of it, but I'm gonna talk over it anyways. So pretty much the biggest thing on why this is so important is that skill mats will help you progress in Advent Boss. And if you can progress in Advent Boss, that means you can get gear. And if you can get gear, that means you'll be prepared whenever Maze comes out and World Boss comes out and real-time PvP comes out. So one of the biggest things on why you would even level skills is that, you know, it's all about progression. Leveling skills is, like I said earlier, it's a mid-game thing. It's not something you should be doing in the early game, because in the early game, you know, you should be beating normal mode, beating hard mode, 3-starring normal mode, 3-starring hard mode if you can. Those should be your priorities in the beginning, and getting Dimension Crack to level 50. The reason why you want to get to Dimension Crack 50 is because that's when you start getting the max amount of resources from that area, right? Dimension Crack, we all know it drops goblin heads, it drops material cubes, and it drops shards, most importantly, the light and dark shards that are very, very difficult to obtain. So you want to farm those Dimension Cracks and get them to level 50. And you know, raising your skills and stunning the right opponents will get you really far in the game. For example, I was stuck in Tower of Trial floor 51. I raised my Sora, got her skill to level 3, got debuff accuracy gear. Shoutouts to Golfies Gaming. Thanks for putting out that video. And you can get debuff accuracy gear from Salamander, right? Debuff accuracy is very important. It's completely different from accuracy. I won't go over it anymore. You guys should check out Golfies Gaming's video. I'll link it in the descriptions below. Here we are. We got 5 screws for farming it 19 times, right? 5 screws for farming it 19 times, 130k gold, and 8,000 mat cubes. This was actually a pretty decent, like, this is really lucky, to be honest with you. I didn't expect it to get that many screws, because the screw drop rate is very, very low. But anyways, that's how you farm skill mats. Hope you enjoyed that part of this video. So, this is the end of the video, practically, but let's go over why you would even decide to level certain skills. The reason why I'm upgrading Sora's S2 specifically is because I know Sora's spoon skill is necessary to do Salamander and Kuvara, right? You want to pick heroes that essentially help you progress more in Advent Boss, or in, you know, if you focus on PvP, then do PvP. For example, Sora's S1 even can remove buffs. It can remove buffs, so that's really important for the Kaiser fight. You know, like, she can debuff, she can strip. For people in Epic 7, you know what a strip is. Or in, you know, Summoner's War, all those classic games. Another good character to level up for, like, you know, Kuvara stuff. Oh no, let's talk about my Jin Mori actually. The reason why I leveled up these 2 skills is because I know Counter always goes off on his S1, and I leveled up his S2 because this is his hardest hitting skill. Why didn't I not level up his level 3? Because honestly, his level 3 is not worth it in my opinion. It only hits for 150% damage at most, and there's only a 50% probability to stun. To me, that's just not worth it when, you know, he's not supposed to be the guy that AoEs, right? So that's why I didn't pick this skill. Another good unit to level up would be our guy Uruk, right here. No, actually, yeah, Uruk. The reason why his S2 blocks passives, right? It blocks passives once it lands. I don't want to see the animation, even though shout out to all the B-boys. You know, it's a cool animation, right? How to windmill. Used to B-boy back in the day. Shout outs. But yeah, it's a 90% probability to seal 1 and 2 passive skills, which is pretty much all of the passives that most units have, even bosses. This works on bosses, by the way. It's really cool that you can actually apply debuffs on bosses, but at the beginning it's only 80%, and then it goes to 90%. And I think it's pretty worthy because, you know, the most like ice units you won't be running, right? So that's kind of like the process on, like, hey, you know, what should I level up? You should level something up that helps you progress in Advent Boss at the end of the day, because Advent Boss is where all of the progression is, like, at, right? So those are my thoughts on, you know, how to level skills. You know, let me know in the comments if you guys want, you know, a different video of me explaining something. And if you guys want me to talk about, you know, release the unedited version of this video, I can, where I'm actually rambling, but I won't because, you know, it's unnecessary. Thanks for checking me out. My name's Golfies Gaming. Have yourself a fantastic day, and I hope to see you in the next one. All right.